else loves that intro? I love that intro. But we are getting a new logo here in the next couple weeks, so watch for that. But it'll still be cool. I can promise you that. So today we're looking at Need for Speed Rivals for the PS4, and there's two career modes. There's a racer career mode and a cop career mode. And for the life of me, video games aside, in real life, why the hell would anyone want to be a cop? You get all kinds of shit from the press. You got to deal with the scum of society. And then I played this game, and I realized the cool part about being a cop. My brother was a cop, and so I know kind of firsthand all the shit those guys have to deal with on a daily basis. Why would anyone want to do that job? And then the first time I played this, and those lights came on, and I was chasing down the racer, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Going all chips, California Highway Patrol, I get it. I grew up out there, and there's a new high-speed pursuit every week. So this is like the video game version of what those guys get to live. I can see where that might be a bit of an adrenaline rush. So, anyways, hats off to all the cops out there. We appreciate you. At least VintageGamer.com does. And then there's also the racer career mode, which we're seeing right here. There's different events and things you can do. That Porsche Cayman S. You actually start the game with that. You get early on you get a Porsche Cayman S and a Mustang GT. And the Porsche I hung on to for a long time, and I upgraded the shit out of it. And I used it for many levels. It's not, nothing against the Mustang. I'm not a big Ford guy, but I have no problem with the Mustang. The Porsche just better suited my driving style. Now here we're looking at the Mustang. And I had to go with green. Bullet. Maybe some of you guys are too young to remember that movie. It came out way before I was born, but Steve McQueen's just fucking badass. And yeah, I had to go with a green Mustang. And you know, they all the cars, not just the Porsche and the Mustang, but they all obviously look different, but they sound different, they handle different. This is not a sim racer by any stretch of the imagination. If you're looking for a sim, go play iRacing or something. Even Gran Turismo these days, I don't think is sim enough to satisfy the purists. But you know, this is an arcade racer, and that's something Need for Speed this series has always done very well. Damn, that was a close call. Anyway, so it is what it is. It's an arcade racer, and that's awesome. And we picked this game up for 1996, I think it was, 1999. No, we got it at Walmart.com, so it never ends in a 9. It's something with Walmart's pricing. I believe it was 1996. Yeah, 1996 at Walmart.com. And you see, I missed the turn. I missed the turn in the middle of a race, and I had to backtrack here because I'm a dumbass and I wasn't watching the radar. Or the map, excuse me, not the radar. That little glowy might be a submarine, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, it's been out for about 3 years, I think, maybe a little bit longer, and being VintageGamer.com, we're linked to the game on everything, practically, except Star Wars Battlefront. We were right on top of that. That game freaking sucked. But this game is awesome, and you can be had for under $20. The link is in the description. And if you haven't tried it out yet, you know, I really don't have any complaints. You got 2 career modes. They're very different. You got lots of cars. Even if you're a cop, it's not like you're driving a Chevy Caprice or a Ford Crown Victoria the whole time. You saw in the beginning of the video, that's like the base model cop car, and it's a freaking Mercedes. Now what municipality has money for Mercedes-Benz police cars? I don't know, but it's an arcade racer, so who cares? Let's have fun. And even if they did, it's taxpayer dollars, and you know, who cares about that, right? So, as you can see here, there is weather in the game. It doesn't seem to make a big difference on the dynamic of the road, so it doesn't really get all slick when it's wet or anything like that, but lightning, thunder, rain, there's a full day-night cycle, there's, you know, when you're in the more of a forest setting, there's leaves blowing around the road and stuff. It's pretty cool. And the folks at Need for Speed, this game reminds me most of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which came out, I think about 11 years ago. I think it came out in 06. I'm not mistaken. Maybe it came out in late 05. It doesn't have the full-on story mode that Hot Pursuit had, but it's just more like cops and robbers, here go kind of thing, and that works too. I personally do not need the story mode to have a good time. The story mode is cool, but it's not necessary. One complaint, a bigger map might have been nice. It doesn't really expand as you level up, and I can see, especially as you get into like level 20, I'm level 5 here, I think, but especially as you go further up, whoa, right off the cliff, into the ocean, certain death, and I do it again, because it reset me and I hit gas before looking where I was. And yet I come back to win the race. So, I don't know, I guess I'm just that good. The game clearly has some sort of catch-up feature. That's where the checkpoints come in, is we do something stupid like drive off the cliff because there wasn't a guardrail. Maybe that would be a better use of taxpayer dollars instead of a Mercedes-Benz police car. But if you do something stupid like I just did, it kind of resets you with the checkpoint and all that. So, all is not lost. The one thing that is kind of weird on the racing events, you start from a dead stop while the other guys get a running start. So you're always playing catch up there. It's not a big deal. It's just a little annoying, but it's a minor complaint. I'm really not bitching about it. A bigger map would have been nice though, or some more areas to explore. That was one. I could see when you get to level 20 something, you're going to know these roads by the back of your hand. I guess you should at that point in the game, but it would be nice to have other areas that opened up. My other critique, and this is a critique, not a complaint, but there's something here for just about every car person. If you like Chevy, there's Corvettes. If you like Porsche, there's Mustang, obviously, like little German things, there's the Porsches. And later on, there's Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren. That Ford GT40, I think that's what it is. That really expensive Ford race car. The old one back in the day had that Golf logo. So, and here I just unlocked the Corvette, which I was stoked about. And we'll get a little video. We'll watch that real quick. Every time you unlock a car, you get a video, which is nice. That way you know you unlocked something. But my critique is, if a couple more cars would have been nice. So you get to customize a little bit. Actually, you get to customize quite a bit. I was pleasantly surprised with that. And if you're going to have a Corvette, in my opinion, you just got to go with red. I mean, if you're like the professional racer kind, that yellow's awesome. And if you want to look just badass, you go with black. But on a Corvette, I don't know, black Corvette looks a little too much like the Batmobile or something, if you ask me. So yeah, red. And then as we all know, cars go faster when they have a racing stripe. So you got to put on a racing stripe because you go faster. But back to what I was talking about, a little bit bigger car selection. They have awesome cars in here. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm driving the same 5 cars. It's not like that. But one thing Gran Turismo does awesomely is always includes old cars. You want some old school American muscle. You want classic British roadsters, whatever. They're in there. That would have been cool here. What would have made this game awesome is if my 95 Volvo 850 GLT was in it. I don't think it would ever win a race, but durability, it'd probably make a cool cop car. One of the features in your car you can upgrade is durability, and I mean, you can't beat the durability on a freaking Volvo. But I digress. Here's the map. Not terribly large, it gets to be big enough. But it would be cool to have other areas that open up. The premise of the game is Redview County, so that does account for why it's not like a huge geographical area. It's only a county. The loading screens aren't terribly bad. It's PlayStation 4. It's a disc. There's going to be loading times, but they're really not bad. And overall, this is a fun game, especially for $20. If you haven't already played it, you should definitely pick it up. Assuming you like driving games. And that's going to do it for this episode. Just driving off here into the desert, my new Vette. And coming up, going forward with this channel, I'm going to definitely be doing a lot of the sports game reviews and the racing game reviews. There's a girl that's coming on to do a lot of our hardware reviews, and I've been talking to some other people about doing some reviews. So I think the future looks bright. So be sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Take care, guys. Sit, Dick, sit. Good cat.